Hey people, so I was asked by my mom's friend Heather about my last video on how I could accidentally throw a girl by her face. So I was at this concert this one time with some people from my church. This was August 2010. Wow, so long ago. Anyway, I went to a 4 Year Strong concert with some friends from church, and I was in like the second row of people. Basically there's like the front row of people who are like laid out all over the stage, and then there's the third row of people who are like, I can kind of see the band, I'm happy they can still touch my hand. I was the second row of people who are like, why am I alive, who are pinned between the first and third row. So my feet weren't touching the ground, and I was, enjoying the concert, having a good old time, when these two girls are like a couple people away from me to the right, and they're like, oh, hey, can we stand in front of you? And I was like, I can't move, there's no space. They didn't hear me, so they come over, and they're like, hey, can we get in front of you? And I was like, I'm sorry, my feet aren't even touching the ground, I can't move, I'm really sorry. And they're like, really? You're gonna like try and tell me that like there's no space in front of you? And I was like, my feet, they're not touching the ground. I can't, I'm really sorry, but I can't move. If I could, I would, but I can't. So I'm unfortunately not going to be able to for a little while. So this girl just, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So she starts to throw a fit. She starts yelling at me, telling me that I need to move my fat behind out of the way, and that just because I'm fat doesn't mean I can't move. She starts elbowing me in my side. Now, I'm a pretty beefy girl. I'm not like some scrawny little thing ever. I've never been that in my whole entire life. I was once, and my doctor told me to gain weight, so I did. But I just could not believe that this girl was elbowing me in the side because I couldn't stand on my feet. So I start getting kind of upset, and I'm like, look, there's no space. I cannot move. She elbows me harder. Like, she starts cussing me out and elbowing me harder like that's gonna solve her problems. So she continually starts elbowing me harder and harder, which makes me get more and more angry. And she starts swearing more and more, which gets me more and more angry. And she finally just sends me over the edge, because she calls me the C word, and I just swiped her. I just like threw her. So I had every intention of throwing her. The part that was the accident was that I'm not good at judging heights. Usually, I think that somebody who's about 5 feet is around the same height as me, even though I'm almost 6 inches taller than them. That being said, when I went to go swipe the girl, I thought I was going to throw her by her shoulder. I happened to grab her face. So I grabbed this girl's face and threw her down to the ground. Now her friend's staring at me like this. Now I'm looking at her like, what did you think was going to happen? And I just told her, pick up your friend and leave before my feet touch this floor. And that's how I accidentally threw a girl by her face. And people think I'm caring. Well, have a nice day. And